hustle. So it's a 9-point game. Donovan Mitchell a solid 26 points in this game. Rudy Gobert won a couple of Defensive Player of the Year awards. He can play on offense as well. That, after the free throw, would cut the deficit to 5. So 2 to go in the third. Brogdon handling, and he drains that one from downtown. He'd have 30 plus 9 rebounds. So Pacers up 85-77 heading into the fourth. And this is where it gets interesting. Little chippy here. Gobert can't finish over Miles Turner. And, okay, yep, we're going to go back there because this is what ensued. They start mixing it up. It was ugly underneath the bucket there, and everybody seems to get involved, including Donovan Mitchell, who has to be held back. Joe Ingles flies into the play, makes contact with the referee, but take a look again. They get tangled up. It appears that Gobert drags Miles Turner down to the floor with him, and then Miles Turner gets back up and says, wait a minute, no. So the retaliation after the initial contact, and that's when the little scuffle ensues. Miles Turner not happy. Rudy Gobert, well, he's smiling. He doesn't seem that upset. More on him in a second. 2.5 to go. Domantas Sabonis to Chris Duarte, who drains that one. He had 11 points, and how about this? Indiana goes on the road to beat Utah, 111-100. Here's Gobert afterwards.
They allow guys to do way too much. And, I keep my head cool because I have a lot of self-control. Like I do a lot of. It's actually funny because my boxing coach was at the game. If I don't feel threatened, I'm not gonna, throw a punch and get suspended and hurt my team. So it's I didn't feel no threat at all, and and I'm not gonna fight on the basketball court. But if somebody want to fight, I'm easy to reach. I'm really easy to reach. So I'm just not gonna do it on social media or if anyone got a problem, Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp, easy.
Well versed. He knows how to use all the mediums. Okay, circle this on your calendar then, boys and girls. January 8th, 2022. That is when the Jazz and the Pacers will meet again. This time it's in Indianapolis.
Typically in the NBA, they just air punch. So that was actually fun to watch. Raptors, Sixers, Fred VanVleet, Joel Embiid out, health and safety protocols. VanVleet, bank 3, it's open. Raptors lead 97-93. Sixers trail now. Tobias Harris, he hits the step back. Harris 19-7-7. His return after missing 6 games. He was also in health and safety protocols. Tyrese Maxey, a block on OG Anunoby, goes coast to coast. Noon Eastern TV time. Rest in peace. Sixers now trail by 3. Next Sixers possession. Maxey's the story. 21-year-old, the youngest player in 76ers franchise history with consecutive 30-point games, 33 and 5. Less than 2 minutes to go. Andre Drummond fired up. Sixers up 2. Next possession. Precious Achiuwa. Oh, Drummond's like, you think that's Precious, but it's not. Have another look. Clear, it was a clean block. It was called a foul. One of 4 Drummond blocks on the night. That's when replay does a highlight good. Raptors still down. Anunoby driving. Finds Gary Trent Jr. corner 3. Raptors lead by 1. After a Drummond miss, VanVleet corner. Ice it. 32 points, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds. What a game. Raptors win. Sixers, their 3rd straight loss.
How about those Clippers? They got off to a bad start this season, just 1-4, but they've been rolling ever since. And after beating a good Heat team last night, they've now won 6 straight games. Especially impressive because they were down 17 in the first half to Miami, but they fought back. Several different players contributing too. Eric Bledsoe, Reggie Jackson, Zubats. A nice win for Ty Lue's ball club. Let's say hello to our NBA analyst extraordinaire, Tim Legler, live on SportsCenter. Tim, when you look at the Clippers and what they've done, how they began the season to now winning 6 straight, what stands out to you most or impresses you the most with what you're seeing?
I think 2 things stand out to me the most, Sage. I think first, what a comeback by Nicholas Batum. People have to remember where this guy was just a couple of years ago, floundering really on the bench in Charlotte, playing 23 minutes a night, only played 22 games that season because of injuries, and only averaged 3 points a game. It looked like Nicholas Batum's career was winding down to the point where he might retire. Look at what he is doing for the Clippers right now, giving them that consistent scoring threat, shooting over 50% from the three-point line. And then also, he gives you the lockdown defense that he doesn't get talked about very much anymore, but that's how he earned that big contract in the first place. So I think he's one of the great comeback stories in the league. The other thing I love about him, right now they've got so much balance with 9 different guys on a given night capable of getting double figures. And Paul George has been fantastic, but it's really the rest of those guys. The fact that you can't hone in on where it's going to come from night to night, that's a big deal because the balance means harder to prepare for you defensively, and it also leads to great chemistry, which this team has right now. So give them credit. They're rolling. They haven't exactly taken out Murderers Row in this 6-game stretch, but there's no doubt that was a signature win against the Miami Heat.
Yeah, that was a big one. And again, we still have not seen Kawhi Leonard since the second round of the postseason last year. So we'll see what happens when he gets back from the knee, if they can keep it going. Meantime, tonight, got a huge matchup on ESPN, 10 Eastern, when the Bulls visit the Warriors. And Tim, I don't know that everybody coming into this season predicted that both of those teams would be playing the way that they are. Let's start with Chicago, because I want you to talk about both teams, but maybe even more of a surprise. What do you think specifically from the Bulls?
Yeah, look, when this schedule came out, I didn't circle this one. I can tell you that right now, but I can't wait to sit down and watch this game. I think for Chicago, a couple things stand out. First, they don't necessarily have the deepest team, but when you look at their starters, particularly what you're getting out of Levine and DeRozan, Lonzo Ball, what he has meant to this team, and you add in Alex Caruso off the bench, when you look at what those 6 guys are doing, they match up from a production standpoint with any top 6 in the NBA. So the depth necessarily isn't there, but man, do these guys buy in. They've got ways of beating you all over the floor. And then Sage, they also take care of the details, the small things to help you win. They don't turn it over, and they shoot a high percentage from the line, number 1 in the league. And then for the Warriors, I look at this, the style, the chemistry, the greatness of Steph Curry. This team is a legitimate title contender in the Western Conference. So coming into the year, I thought the Warriors would be a solid playoff team. They have far surpassed my expectations. Jordan Poole has really been a revelation. He's given them another guy that any given night can give you 20 points a game. And think about this. They're not even at full strength. They're waiting on Klay Thompson. They're waiting on Wiseman. Kuminga, guy they love as a rookie. So they're going to get better and deeper as we go. And they've already figured out a great formula for winning. And I think what it points to is when you move the basketball through the air and you have a guy as magnetic on the court in terms of what defenses have to look for in Steph Curry, it can lead to this. Guys share it, they move it, everybody's empowered. Golden State Warriors are back in this league right now. They're back as a title contender, and it's a great thing for all of us because it's so entertaining to watch.
It is so much fun to watch. That's why it really is must-see TV tonight. The Warriors, the best record in all of basketball, and the Bulls tied for the best record in the Eastern Conference at 8-3. That's a 10 o'clock tip-off on ESPN. Before that, Game 1, also good, the defending champs, the Milwaukee Bucks at the Boston Celtics. Tim, thank you.
Couldn't stop staring at those